Greetings from Kota Bekasi, Indonesia. Let me introduce myself. I'm Pantas Pangutan Sutompo. My humble thanks for the invitation on this occasion of your program Carnival of Poetry with the theme The Art of Expression. And I extend my deepest gratitude to Miss Nelly Bautista Coronel and migrant writers of Singapore and all poet friends near and far. So I'll recite my 2 poems and then give some explanations after each poem. Here are my 2 poems. First, Art of Expression. From the moment man is born, he learns to speak, learning through nature, learning to capture on what he saw and heard, then absorb it with his thoughts and feelings. He feels something wonder, then come into a conclusion. Interaction and establish two-way communication. Keep it in balance in relation with his surroundings. Everything that happened was recorded in his memory and feelings. There are sadness and joy that takes in turn. There are beauty and ugly. There should be a balance of harmony that must be maintained. Then humans express it through artworks in many ways, exploring their feelings and emotions, penetrating their souls, then born as an expression, exposed into the real world, to be carried on to the next generations to come, in the form of images, movements, tones, stringing words, then form a concept of art. Express their observation into artworks in order to appreciate the values of life for what they have been felt. All of us were born to appreciate what has been passed and felt within us, giving a message, an impression in any form. Express it in an artwork that will comfort our inner soul, that will uplift the spirit of life and comfort the passion of one's soul. In giving the meaning of life and its understanding that must be recorded under the sun. In appreciation of the value of beauty while keeping the balance in harmony. Explanation. Human beings are creatures that will always be longing for beauty and to feel happiness in a harmonious of living, both with nature and with their surroundings, and maintain a communication that serves and appreciates the meaning of beauty and the turmoil of feelings in every soul. Humans are born free. They interact and grow with nature, then capture all that have been seen, heard, and felt, which is then processed in their imagination of mind through a deep contemplation, and aware that everything grows and processes. All of it becomes something interested to deal with, and learn it, then express it into the beauty of art as a record in everything that has been lived. Every human being is born with talents and abilities that are unique and different from one to another. The way how to express it is different, but humans always try to produce works of art so that the beauty must be maintained and preserved. Some pour it into a form of poetry by stringing something meaningful and profound words using the finest of writing style with a series of words that are able to touch the deepest soul. Even though it's on a piece of paper, it could be able to embrace the whole meaning at once. It is my first poem. Now my second poem. The expression of poetry. Humans are amazed at something beautiful and divine, and will always love it, where humans are the most perfect creators of all creations. In everyday life, humans struggle and chasing with time, chasing with desire to reach their purposes, to overcome the restlessness of their soul in order to fulfill his or her expectation for today or tomorrow. Humans in poetry express themselves in the processing of meaningful words, embracing its meaning through the beauty of stringing words. There is a feeling of wonder while reading it and touching the inner soul of readers or listeners deeply. Their imagination is flying high, looking for its meaning incomprehensible, sort them carefully, and choose its best in many ways. Observe it and give its values to it in the crystallization of senses and the brainstorming, knitting the pearl of words to become a string of soulful tones, which are for the best, both in time of form, in freestyle or rhythmic. Each of them had a purpose and then wandered far away behind the blue sky in the realm of the poet's mind and emotional feelings. In reciting or writing a poem, one should be fully understand his or her core message, expressing it in the right tones that hopefully can tremble the inner soul, choosing the proper words, indeed deepening their meaning, and also the relation between words and the unity of whole sentences as one. The clarity of of the main idea and feelings must be able to blend into tones so that it can shape the soul of both readers and listeners. The intonation of words is very influential when expressed in fast, neutral, or slower, and proper stress on its syllables becomes more important in conveying the core message. The fluctuation of tone should be taken into consideration in accordance with the message of each sentence, so that the message of poem is conveyed elegantly, trying to maintain the integrity of meaning, unanimity of understanding in every stanza, in a series of sentences, and sense of unity. Explanation. In conveying a message, writing poetry should be dense and deeply sensed so that the written words are able to evoke the feelings and emotion of the readers and those who listen to it. Trying hard as possible to use the words of wisdom and truth, not bias, that are able to build a positive and universal vision, being evergreen. Because basically, every human being has a sensation that will always uphold a sense of beauty and insert a moral message that must be thinking curve and build in the intention to upbringing the order of society without discrimination, borderless, and unity in a harmony of diversity. Human soul will always crave a sense of being appreciated, a sense of comfort, a sense of respect that covers the wounds, triggering the spirit of life to live more passionately, longing for happiness, and living in harmony with their surroundings, both among humans and with Mother Nature. Moreover, there should be spiritual messages, which in the end, every human being will be called home to see their Creator. At last, on their journey in this mortal world. That's all my poems. Thanks for listening.